Surely there's nobody else. Anybody else?
Oh, sweet Jesus, look at that.
Look at that.
He's got two.
I can open.
That's out of the way. I want to take this opportunity to say what a fantastic day it's been so far. And Katie, you look absolutely stunning. John, I'm glad to see you have his bar say today. You finally found your toothbrush instead of using your bottle brush. Anyways, congratulations to both of you. And I'm sure we all agree that the barmaids look beautiful today. Sorry, I mean bridesmaids. Girls look absolutely lovely. Rank of applause please for bridesmaids. And finally, let's not forget the ushers.
Just don't shut
Chocolate bars? Anyway, can the chocolate bars please stand up so we can see who you are?
Right, a little bit about John now. As best men, it's our duty to give you an insight into the John scorer that we know and love, of course. There was a time when John nicked a pair of our girlfriend's stones and wore into town on Saturday night. The only thing is, he still hasn't returned it, which suggests he's only keeping it for personal reasons, only known to himself. Now, John will try and deny this, but John had an accident in a cookery edition in secondary school at the age of 13. Ain't that right, Miss Vance? I would know, of course, because I was sat next to him as he dripped off his seat onto my new Nike Air Max shoes. I love these shoes. Needless to say, I did not wear them again. And Paula, you may remember this one. Grounded him, so he got you back with putting pepper in the kettle.
That was you.
Backfired.
No, it was Jonathan. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is John Scorer.
Now let's talk about the very first love of John's life. That's right, buddy. His beloved bright yellow MR2 Coupe. John thought that this car would be the ultimate lean, mean, pulling machine. But sadly for John, the only thing he pulled in it was his back getting into it. And even more sadly, the only people that kept him company in it was us. I'm sure ladies will agree with me that every girl loves to see a father and son spending quality time together. John thought he could use this to his advantage when he drafted in his young nephew, Keenan, as his very own pudding tool. Give us a wave, Keenan, so we can see how cute you are. There you go. John would take Keenan up the mall, tell him to pretend that he was lost and couldn't find his daddy. He would then send him to the nearest good-looking girl.
Not ashamed of
And ask her if she had seen him. Then, surprise, surprise, who pops out of nowhere? Old Johnny Boy. Thanking the girl for finding him, and then trying to woo her with his charm and charisma, but unfortunately for John, he never succeeded. As most of us all know, John joined the army after school and served over 10 years. He changed dramatically from being in the army. I'm not quite sure what goes on, but let's just say he's got a habit of dropping the soap on the floor in his house.
Yeah, he has.
John was used to taking many orders of his sergeant and not answering back. He's glad he's left the army to be away from hearing all those orders. But if you think your sergeant was strict, wait until you find out what key heads is like.
Right, I'm going to make this short and sweet and say one word. Magaluf. Yes, of course, the stag party. Now, 15 of us went, and 15 of us came back. There. Now, that's what John wanted me to say on that. Now, what we've done is provided you with some pictures to give you a general idea of what went on for those 4 days. Some of these pictures have been found by Katie. If they weren't Katie, I'm not going to show them now. But for those who do want to see them, they're hanging from their house, on the guttering. So go around there and have a look. I've got a funny feeling they're not going to be up there for long. Anyhow, here's Thursday one. At the airport, having a casual drink before boarding the plane. As you can see, all happy faces. At this point, John has no clue what's in store for him. Moving on to photo 2, John on stage, performing his favourite MJ classic and doing what he does best, being centre of attention and top nose. Photo 3. This is what John has done also. Until the lifeguards are up top. As you can see, the weather that day wasn't too kind for John. A little chilly there. I don't mean like, oh, I just feel cold. Photo 5. Too good night.
Worst best man ever.
Photo 4. Dressed up as a pink belly dancer. As you can see by the smile on John's face, that he liked this outfit a little bit too much.
My favourite.
Photo 5. Too good night. Yes, John, shall we say, got a little bit tied up this time, as he became friends with a lamppost. He was battered and bruised, and still probably got the scars still to show. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes John's stag party. Out of 500 photos that was taken, only 5 were deemed suitable for showing. The rest, well, you can see them hanging from the front of their house.
Now, I'm sure you will agree with me that John and Katie make a lovely couple. They've been through some tough times, especially when John went a lot of time away on numerous occasions in the army. They would go for months on end, not seeing each other. Katie waited anxiously at home, and John desperate to get home. They both stayed loyal to each other throughout, which means they truly deserve and belong to be together.
Oh.
Everyone has their ups and downs in marriage, but let's just hope there stays between the sheets. On that note, let's all stand. Have a toast. Bride and groom. Bride and groom.
Bride and groom.
Let's all get drunk.